What's up? What's up? It's your man, Soular Moray. It's another sunny, beautiful day. Let's just check out the drip real quick. All black. I like it like that. It's vibing. It's been a cool day, man. I've been enjoying my day so far. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. We decided to do this in live format. You know, I've been given an opportunity to sit back and do nothing. I've been given an opportunity to sit back and do nothing, sit back and say nothing. This is a live, so do feel free to comment, do feel free to ask questions. However, I'm making this solely to post for the record type of vibe. And I've been given the opportunity to do nothing, to chill, to just sit back, to just eat food, relax, make money, stuff like that. But something in me just doesn't want to take that bait. I'm grateful. I am grateful for the opportunity to relax, recuperate, for the opportunity to eat good, live good, feel good. But sometimes doing nothing when you have the tools people may need, the resources, maybe sometimes it's just your side of the story that's missing, that's causing all the chaos. It's allowing chaos, right? So this is what we're going to do. You can ask all the questions you want to ask, but this is in pertinence to my relationships because my my partner is being harassed. And she can hold her own, don't get it wrong. She can hold her own. But I'm not the type of guy to just sit back and let what's up, Roxy? I'm not the type of guy to just sit back and let chaos take the wheel. I'm not the type of guy to just sit back and, when I can help, when I can do something to just, you know, let it figure itself out, let people figure it out. I like your eyes. You look like you could be. Appreciate that. So, a lot of y'all, so here's a preface. I have not watched any of the content. I just get messages about the slander and I get messages about this and that. And granted, you would think that people would be sending me negativity, but it's quite the opposite. People are sending me things trying to protect me from my new person. They're trying to tell me, like, be careful. This person's going to do this and do that. And, be careful. We care about you. You know, we love. And I don't want to say their names. So I learned this from one of my baby mamas. We ain't going to say their names. What we going to say is BM1 and BM2. Right? All right, so check it out. BM, one of the BMs is going around saying that my partner, has stabbed her in the back, has betrayed her. Yeah, you be laughing, right? Has stabbed her in the back. We have betrayed her. We have done something horribly wrong to her. Like we set her up for something. Like we've been plotting and scheming to break her heart. Because that's what we do, right? That's all we got time for, right? You kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm going to try not to get too personal. And I'm going to try not to get petty. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to get too personal. I'm not going to get too petty. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to say it how it is. All right? So we're going to have to take it back to when I was locked up in federal prison. All right? We're going to go from federal prison. We're going to move forward to me being out. And then we're going to move into the whole year. We're going to skip through the year because It was on and off. And then we're gonna end it with where we are today. We're gonna go to New Year's. Something happened on New Year's, and then we're gonna end it where we are today. And then I think that should be enough. Like I said, this is a live. Feel free to ask questions, but this is for the record. I'm doing this for the record, so this will be posted. This is for the record. Yo, what's up? What's up, Go 10? Go 10 Huggins. It's a crazy name, bro. What's up, bro? I got this homemade lemonade with this. There's this honey I won. I won this honey from some spiritual contest that we had. It got a honeycomb in it, all kind of cool stuff. I decided to use it right now. I decided to use a little bit today. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's good. The homies in the house making music. Ladies in there cooking food, taking care of the kids. Beautiful, beautiful vibe today. Beautiful vibe today. So we call this How to Kill a Fairy, right? So let's do this in medias res. Let's go to where we are now, and then we're gonna reel it back. So currently, I'm being kept from my children, both of them. We're not speaking on my son today. I have a lot of respect for BMV. I have a lot of respect for her because I understand her journey. I understand that she's been under a lot of pressure. She's been under a lot of fire. She's had her moments where she's been dramatic online towards me, and she, said a lot of things about me, crazy things. But she has multiple children, and I see her trying very, very hard. And I have a lot of respect for her because at least what she does is she doesn't play a game with me. She doesn't play with my heart, and she's not playing with her heart. She's moving on. She's moved forward. I have a lot of respect for that. You know what I mean? I do what I can to stay in touch with them and stay connected to them how I can. A lot of love goes out to her, to my son's mother. You know what I mean? I have nothing negative to say about her. I understand her deeply, and she's not interfering in my life, and she's not interfering in my relationships. See, well, see, that's the thing. You see half of it. I see the other half of it because and I'll read it out loud. You don't see her as trying hard to raise your daughter. No, I don't. I see her making it hard to raise our daughter. Not She's not raising just my daughter. She's raising our daughter, and she's making it hard to raise our daughter. And I'm not gonna just use opinions. I'm gonna tell you what's not being said because I don't talk about this. I never talk about it. Can I whistle any two songs that come to my mind? They'd be my own songs. I would whistle my own songs, I guess. But we ain't gonna do that right now. That's not what we're here for. But very entertaining. So yeah, it's a different. See, Velvet's trying hard to raise the kids, right? She's moved on. We have a certain dynamic. Janae, on the other hand, is making it complicated. There's a difference. Okay, even though we may not have agreed at certain times, we don't have to be together. We don't have to do everything together, but we also don't have to make it difficult for no reason. For no reason. So there's a difference between her trying hard versus her making it hard. So I'm just enjoying this real quick. My cigar. I like my clove cigars from time to time. I like these. Let's get into it. So, Janae, oh, we said the name. Oh, there it is. She's saying that me moving on into a new relationship and the person I'm in the relationship with. No. You see, I have never discredited her. I haven't never discredited her. You see, and that's why I put in the title, if you could read the title, and I'm not going out of my way. This is literally my lane. You're in my lane, miss. Number one, you're in my lane. You're in my way. Excuse me. You're in my way. You're in my lane. I'm not going out of my way. This is my life. Did you forget that? You must have forgot that. You must have been so caught up in the one-sided story that you forgot that this was my life. Anyway, no one's discrediting anybody. We're just setting the record straight. See, I can't talk to you now because you're what's called bias. You don't want to hear the other side of the story. You like the side of the story that you have. See, the side of the story that you have allows you to feel what you're feeling. And if I give you the other side of the story, you might not be capable of changing your feelings. And then you won't be able to live in alignment with truth. You're going to want to live in alignment with your illusion that you think is truth because you're addicted to the feelings. You're addicted to the narrative. You like being biased. And maybe you don't know that you're being biased, but now you do. And you might want to defend that biased nature of yours. But guess what? There's multiple sides of the story. If you're not able to listen to multiple sides of the story, crying for this person, but then telling this person that before I even said anything, that I'm going to discredit somebody, you ain't even let me speak yet. With my minimal help, false, false. And so let me give you the other side of the story so that you haven't heard all sides of the stories because I haven't spoke yet. I haven't spoke yet. How could you have heard all sides of the stories if this is my first time telling my side of the story? Make it make sense. I'm right here. You're really going to try to convince me when I'm the one who hasn't said anything? Come on, man. Wake up. Wake up. You're biased and you're living. Look it up. You're biased. You're going by one side of the story, calling it all sides. You're saying that I'm discrediting her and I haven't even said anything yet. And then you're also saying my minimal help when you don't know what I've done. You don't know what I've done. Guess what? Because she hasn't told you. She won't tell you what I've done. She won't tell you what my family has done. I've had to operate through my family to be there for my daughter. You think for 1 second that I don't want to help, that I don't want to be there for my family, I don't want to be the father of my children? You got the wrong guy. See, I know there's plenty of people out there, there's plenty of dynamics, and there's plenty of situations where the father may not want to be in the child's life, and they may be avoidant, and they may be trying to get away from the situation. This is not that. You're looking at a man who's done nothing but fight to be in his children's life. You're looking at a man who's done nothing. I've given up my best opportunities just so that they could be good for a week. I've given up my best opportunities, money that I could have invested, thousands and thousands of dollars. I've given it up for them to buy costumes. I've given it up for them for me to know that they're good, to buy them plane tickets, to make sure they're all straight. I've bought closets of clothes for these children, and no one's talking about it because I know the mothers couldn't afford it and winter was coming. You're not looking at a man who's running away from his family. You're looking at a man who's been trying to fight and defend his integrity, the truth, so that I can be in my family. Because guess what they do? They run to the internet. They run to people like you who will only listen to your side and only take your side so that they can feel good about their situation, so that they can gain pity, so that you guys can overlook the fact that they're causing their own strife. I've done nothing but alleviate the strife. I've done nothing but be a blessing. I've done nothing but give love. I've done nothing but give support. But they have to tell you the only one side, and they have to admit so much to gain your pity, to make it seem like they're doing something right when they're wrong. They're not going to go online and tell you things to where they're going to be corrected. They're not going to be fully authentic with what they're doing and what they're saying. I got so many secrets from these women. I'm not here to expose their secrets. I'm here to tell my side of the story. But they secrets that they tell with me let me know that, yeah, I'm dealing with people who manipulate their audience to gain for support so that they can continue to not grow and evolve. I'm the partner that when you get with, you have to grow and you have to evolve. I'm not the person that you get to be with and sit in a low vibration. I'm the person that you get with and you have to start walking in your purpose. Nothing bad's gonna happen to you if you don't. You just gonna feel bad. You gonna feel bad on your own. I don't gotta do anything. And that's what's happened. I'm a convicting energy. I live and I walk in righteousness. And that's all I care for my children to offer to my children. And while I'm being kept from my children so that they can go and play out in the world and act like victims and manipulate you guys for money while they do nothing, while they don't do anything, and when they do make their money, when they do have their jobs, they spend it on BS. Come on, man. Come on, man. If I was, you know what? It's a very thin line between slander and telling a truth that just isn't so pretty. You see, I'm here to tell a truth that isn't too pretty. I'm not here to slander. You see, if I don't expose the truth, they get away with manipulating you guys, manipulating whatever narrative, so that you guys are comfortable harassing my new partners, so that you guys are comfortable antagonizing the people that I love. See, this is narcissistic behavior. It's called triangulation. It's when the narcissist can't control you no more. So what they do is they try to manipulate and control everybody around you. You see, there's people in my life that have been following me for years, students of mine, and they all know me. So they're like, this don't seem right. Hey, have you seen this? This don't seem right. And I'm like, interesting. I didn't know that was going on. I didn't know she was saying that. I don't know why she's saying that. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. We got a lot of comments. Let me read some of these comments real quick. Okay, you're talking about money when fathers do more than provide money. Fathers provide guidance. Fathers provide wisdom. Fathers are the reason why they say men lead is because men have a masculine energy. Masculine energy moves off of logic. Masculine energy makes moves out of righteousness. And somebody said this to me yesterday. The lady who gave me this right here, she had told me, she said that the reason why you want to lead a life with knowledge, and hey, Kitty, the reason why you want to live a life with knowledge and information and facts is because when you take actions based off of actual facts and knowledge, you're guaranteed success. And that makes so much sense because it's truth. When you make a move out of truth, not an opinion, not a feeling, not an idea, not a projection, off of truth, you're going to succeed. You're always going to see me win. You're always going to see me win. I'm always winning. I walk in truth. I walk in righteousness. We're not the same. So while you talking about just money, we've had plenty of money. As a matter of fact, I was just in the city with hundreds of dollars, hundreds of dollars, to where I had spare hundreds of dollars. I'm in the city. I'm right there. I literally tried to coordinate. I didn't even harass her. I didn't even press the issue. I made 2 calls, 2 video calls. She answered both of them and then hung up immediately once she saw my face. I sent messages, and the messages said, "Hey, I'd like to create a cordial meetup so that I can give you some of this cash I got, and I can spend some time with my daughter while I'm here in the city." Don't talk to me about money. Don't talk to me about money. Don't talk to me about minimal support. These are people who make it difficult for men like me. These are people who love to live off of a narrative. That's why I'm here to dispel the BS, get rid of the false narrative by adding my simple side of the story. And you're gonna try to discredit that, I'm sure. So I don't care to read your comments or listen to your opinion anymore. Let's see what else we got though. People think that they're part of my life just because they know my exes. That's weird. Where the love is the solution. What's happening? You deserve love and companionship with other creatives while taking care of your children. And I have that. You know what I mean? And so we're gonna get into that, the narcissistic behavior, to where it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna try to make sure that nobody talks to you and this and that. Let's read a couple more comments before I proceed to this next section, very important section. Discredit, she does not love me. This woman does not love me at all. I actually figured out a lot of things to where this woman's been plotting on me, backstabbing me the whole time, and I didn't even know it. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So that's good that you have that opinion, but that's fine. Yeah, the truth is like usually stranger than fiction sometimes. So that's cool. Like you guys are speaking from what you currently know, and that's fine. I gotta reel it back, and let me speak from an understanding space. I understand the narrative that you guys are perceiving things off of. I get it. You're not me. You're not living in my life. You don't talk to who I talk to. You don't know what I know. You don't speak to my family on a regular. You know, you don't spend time with these women. You don't have conversations behind the scenes with them the way that I have, and they will never tell you what has happened because it's nothing but love and healing. This is the things we don't talk about, but I'm finna talk about it. It should be like a link tree. It should be like a link tree, and you just click on my YouTube. If it's not working, then I'll just have to go look at it later because we're here now, right? And it's just gonna be posted. And maybe I'll switch out the link later. Thank you for telling me. Peace, God. What's good, Harmony? I thought you and Janae were a thing living together. Man, I thought we were a thing. I thought we were a thing. She got in my head, bro. She did. And my daughter's there too, so like I always put everything down to be with her and to fix things with her and to be with my daughter. Like it's always been a major priority. I would let go of everything I'm doing just to be with her and my daughter, not realizing that this woman doesn't love me, never loved me. And I know it seems like that, but this internet stuff can get deceiving, guys. This internet stuff is very deceiving. You know what I mean? Let me read this last comment. We're gonna get into it. Think it's okay for your new partner to send violent threats to Janae? So she hasn't sent any violent threats. I have all the messages. I get to see every message. My partner is so authentic and open with me that she sends me every message, every screenshot of every message. I've seen everything that has been said. I've seen things that have been said about me behind my back by my exes. And my current partner is like literally such a blessing. She's such an angel. Like, thank you, Sunflower. Shout out to you. You're a real spiritual warrior. You know, you're a real spiritual warrior. You really out here healing and working on yourself. And you're not even healing no more. You healed. You just building. You a successful woman. Like you are the type of woman that these women wish they could be. And that's a fact. And I'm so blessed and I'm so honored to have you with me now and to be with you. So thank you, Sunflower. You talking about her and Nature Boy. We ain't gonna talk about Nature Boy right now. Being poly is a real problem. No, I don't think being poly is a real problem at all. Because both of these women, before I ever got with them, both of my baby mothers were in a polygamous relationship before I ever even existed in their lives. They were in a relationship together already. So they've been best friends. While I was in a relationship with one of them, they would actually go to each other whenever Janae was feeling whatever she was feeling. She'd go and speak to my other one. They were best friends. They were cool. They sent each other paintings. They had all kind of cool stuff. They've been always been a vibe. They've been polygamous with every other male. Every male that they're with, they've been polygamous with them. All of a sudden, when it comes to me, they're monogamous. When I've been polygamous the whole time. So poly ain't the situation, ain't the issue here. I stay authentic. I stay honest. I stay real. I have nothing to hide. So it's known off the rip. I'm polygamous. So why would you even get with me if you're monogamous? Make it make sense. I was polygamous, and it was known I was polygamous before a child was ever in the picture. That's not the issue. You want to know what happened? We might tap on that. What's going on with my son? But I got videos. I got pictures. I know that he's good. I know that they're good, and I love them very much. I love the girls very much. I love my son very much. I love Vel very much. They will always be safe with me. They'll always be looked out after, whether they know it's me or not. They'll always receive gifts and blessings, whether they know it's me or not. And I'm okay with them not knowing it's me a lot of the time. But at least I know they're good. At least I know that they're having fun. At least I know that they got clothes. At least I know that they got their money. They got their house. She can live how she wants to live. I'm not here to control their life. They get to keep their life. They get to live their life. I'm not here to control their life. I'm here to be a father. That's my job. The father to my children. We don't have to be in a relationship. I'm okay with that. I've came to terms with that. Y'all seen me one on one. Y'all seen me. I used to fight tooth and nail to preserve the relationships, man. And I had to learn that it's not about the relationships anymore. It's about loving myself. It's about being the best self that I can. It's about doing what I need to do now for my children in the future and for them in the future. So with all the right, we're about to get into this. I have to say this is that just so y'all know, my mind, every bit of success that I have is theirs. Everything that I gain in this life is also theirs. I want Janae to win. I want her to thrive. I want her to succeed. I want her to heal. I want her to maintain her beauty. I want her to maintain her fan base. I want her to write more books. I want her to glow up. I want her to connect with the world and make a change and make a shift in the world because she's capable of that. She's capable of greatness in every way. So is Velvet. Velvet is so amazing. I don't think you guys understand how amazing she is. She's just been through so much. Velvet's trauma and Janae's trauma are not comparable at all. So I wish them the best. I love them very much. And, everything that I do moving forward, every bit of success that I have, they're always welcome to a piece of that pie. It's a part of it is always going to be theirs. If I become this multimillionaire, I want it. I want to set things up when I become this billionaire. I want to set things up to where my children know that their father was a good man. Their father helped and contributed to society, and their father set something up and built something for them when they're of age and when they're ready. And the women, as soon as all the drama clears away, which is what I'm doing this for, you know, I hope that they can realize that we can co-parent. They can move on. They can live a beautiful life. They can have beautiful relationships. They can do whatever they want to do. They can live their lives. I'm not here to control their lives. I just want them to win and succeed. And if they ever need a place to stay, I want to be able to provide that place to stay. If they ever need something to eat, I want to be able to provide that food for them. If they ever need to use my credit to get something signed, and I'll help them with that. Always, always I'll do that. I will always be that type of man for them. Always. No matter how many wives I have. Always going to be there for them, no matter what. Bella's amazing. Bella's amazing. No, Sunflower is not a catfish. Trust me, I thought she was a catfish. I thought she was a catfish. I thought she was like just I didn't know because she's really shy. She's super shy, but I think like I did her chart a long time ago, and she's breaking out of that shyness, and she's learning to build with community, and she's an amazing woman. She does very well for herself, and she has a lot to lose. I mean, she's gained a lot, so she has a lot to lose. So she's very protective. She's very strategic. You know what I mean? She's a very, very amazing woman, but she's not a catfish, no. Threatening to call CBS. Well, I mean, we'll talk about that in a minute. Correct. See, and I'm not waiting to be. I agree with you. I agree with you, BB. I don't need to be a millionaire to be the man that I need to be, a righteous, upstanding man for my children. I understand that everything that I do in this life is gonna build a reputation and a family name, and just building a bad reputation can put children in danger. Building a good reputation, creating bonds, helping and healing the world. The world will want to protect the children. I understand that. I understand that being a father is way more than money. And I'm glad you said it. I don't need to be a millionaire to be a righteous man and to be a father to my children. Janae Light on Eligio Bishop. That's interesting. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that bullet in the chamber. I'm not. I'm gonna leave that in the mag, and we gonna address that one on another date. I think we gonna address that. I'm glad you said something though, because if we not slandering, we speaking truth. From my experience, I know what happened there. I was there that night, but there were things that I wasn't there for that I found out later on what really happened from Janae's mouth herself. But I don't know if I'm ready to speak on that right now. Protecting my children is also protecting my mothers. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Their mothers. I agree with that. I don't want them to be stressed out. But like I said before, it's not that Janae is. I'm not making things hard for her. She's making things hard for herself. And this is where I need this to be understood. So let us get into it. Let us begin. So we're gonna go back to when I got locked up. So the reason why I am a felon now. I have a federal. I committed a federal crime. I was exporting almost 250 pounds out of the country, and I was making a lot of money, a lot more money than what's on record. And you know, I was doing this not because I had to, but because when the opportunity showed itself, I had a moment of weakness where I saw that as a quick, easy way to fix things. I thought money might fix things, and I went ahead with that. And the people who are part of it, they know why I did it. They know exactly why I did it. Was because I wanted to get us land. I had an opportunity to get that house we had at Carbonation in Puerto Rico. I had an opportunity to get that back. I had an opportunity to get that location back. And what I wanted to do with that beautiful, beautiful location was start to televise me living good there, and that I am capable of supporting a family and helping the community in a physical way. By getting that land, I wanted to televise it and show that, hey, look what I got. You know, let's drop the drama. Come and you guys can come and live with me and let all your worries go. And that was my goal. I wanted Janae to eventually see it and move out there with me. And I was hoping that maybe Velvet might even see it, and she would come out and move out there with me, and bring our children, and we begin to thrive and rebuild and reconnect to the spiritual community and contribute in the best possible way. That was my vision. That was my goal. That's all it was. And when I got locked up because, and this is neither here or there, I have all the paperwork. People told on me. People who I was helping told on me because they went about it wrong, because they wanted to do it too. They wanted a piece of that pie too. And they went about it in the wrong way. And to save their own skins, they threw me under the bus completely. Said it was all me, 100% me, when they did their own coordinating. They played their own role. And which is why they have misdemeanors and I have a felony. It's because, they decided to tell on me. They decided to say it was all me, and they played victim, and that's okay. I took full responsibility. Not one moment did I ever lie or blame anyone else. I said it was me. I said it was all me. I took responsibility that I didn't have to take, on top of responsibility for my own actions. So I get locked up, right? And the reason to it was to provide for my children, my family. So I get locked up. The only number I know by heart is my mother. So I contact my mother. They think it's crazy. Everybody's worried. Everybody thinks I'm going to jail for life. Everybody thinks it's over for me. I ended up getting time served. I'm good. I'm done. We're done with that. Case closed, right? So I'm in jail. I reach out to my mother. And, I'm made aware that Janae is living with my mother. My mother is providing, supporting for Azuli and Janae. Janae just had to get a job, and work and contribute to the bills, which she ended up doing. I don't know how much she contributed to the bills, because the reports I got from my mother was that they were very disappointed with Janae's behavior, very disappointed with Janae's laziness, neglect, and very disappointed with the fact of what she chose to invest her money on. when she did get the money. And to this day, none of it was deemed an asset. So I'm in jail. I reach out to my mother. I end up having multiple conversations with her to where they didn't want to help me. They were saying that they felt like I was entitled, that they like just because I got in trouble just because she's my mom that I have that she has to help me. And so I had to sit with that, and I realized. And I called my mom one day after doing a couple months. I called her, you know, after, man, some crazy stuff I went through in there. I called her one day and I said, hey, I read this in a Buddhist book I had in there. I was reading this book, this Buddhism book, and it was all about forgiveness. And so I called my mom. I asked her to forgive me. I asked her to forgive me for the times I hurt her when I didn't know I was hurting her. I told her she's not obligated to help me at all. You know, I let her go. I release you, is what I said to her. And, you know, I forgive her for all the times that she's hurt me and she didn't know. I forgive her for everything. And I said this to my mom, and she's like, wow, like, you have grown. You have really grown. You get it. And after me having that conversation with her, my mother sent me money when I was in there. My mother started to contact me more. My mom, we started to rebuild our relationship. So me and my mom were like this now. Me and my mom we locked in. We're like this now. I love her very much. And this is coming from a lifetime of me and my mother being at odds. You know, I have not been the best son, you know, and she admitted to me she's not been the best mother, but it's okay. You know, we're not perfect. So we've healed past that. So shout out to my mom. You know what I mean? Shout out to my mother. She's an amazing woman, Aquarius woman. So we healed that. I did the same thing with Janae. Me and Janae weren't talking at the time, but I asked my mom to relay the message. I think I was on speakerphone. And I had said, you know, with a little bit of were giving me their phone time so that I could make these calls, you know, because the people in there, they like me, you know. After a while, they started to like me. And they gave me their phone time. I called them. One of the calls was on speaker, and said the same thing about Janae. I said, you know what, Janae, I hope she can forgive me for being in this position. You know, this is nowhere. This is not something you want to have to tell your children that their dad's in jail for however many years because he did X, Y, or Z. This is why he's not in your life because he's in jail. That sucks. That sucks to have to say to your kids. So I forgave Janae for everything she's ever done to me, whether she knew it hurt me or not, and I asked for her forgiveness for anything I may have done in my unhealed versions that may have hurt her throughout our journey. And I released her as well. I said, you don't owe me nothing. I release you as well. You know, you guys don't owe me nothing. I'll sit in here. I'll deal with this. I'll figure it out. You know, I didn't know how much time I was going to be doing. And so that went well. And after doing that, the funny thing is, them not wanting to talk to me turned into them being there and supporting me and helping me out. So that's all I had to do was let them go, and they came closer. So after many negative, oh my gosh, the letters I printed out and saved that I was gonna keep, just to remember how dirty they did me, how horrible they were speaking to me when I was in there on the messages. We sent a lot of messages like on a computer. They said the worst possible things to say to somebody in jail, and they were saying it all to me, Janae and my mother. You know, I burned those things. I printed them out. I had them when I came out, and I burned them because I don't want to make that who they were. I don't want to make that them in my mind. I let that go. I burned those messages. I could use it and be like, see, I'm not lying. I'm telling you, look, it's fucked up, right? I don't even feel like repeating some of this stuff, man. Don't even matter. We healed. We passed that. And my mother was very genuine in this, but Janae, on the other hand, was holding back a lot of information. I didn't know until maybe like a couple weeks ago did I start to figure out what really happened when I was behind bars on her side. So apparently, Janae was speaking with my mother, and Janae wanted me to stay in jail. Janae didn't want to support, she didn't want to help. She wanted me to stay in jail. She wanted me to sit in there and rot. I have proof. I have the messages. The messages were sent to me because she said this to someone else. They don't want to help me. They want me to sit in jail. When I could have been bailed out, I could have been bailed out like day one. I could have been bailed out from the start, you know, just to end up getting time served anyway. Like, I could have been bailed out. The type of danger that I was in there is kind of ridiculous. I don't think you guys know what it's like to be in a federal facility like that with the people in there. I'm in there with straight gang members. I'm in there with murderers. I'm in there with, crazy people. I'm into all kind of different things. And I mean, I done seen somebody disrespecting me one time, and next time I looked at him, he was on the floor, blood coming out of every part of his head. Like, I don't get too graphic, man, but people stood up for me in there. People looked out for me in there because they seen I was a righteous man. They seen I was a righteous guy. And disrespecting me, somebody, I don't even know if he's alive anymore, to be honest with you. I don't even know if that guy lived. But hey, that was it. That's what it's like in there. Y'all may not know what it's like in there. We'll talk about that another day. So come to find out, Janae was on the side of keep him in jail. Don't help him. Don't bail him out. Keep him in jail. Sunflower sent my mother and Janae money to take care of my daughter while I was in there. She sent them money to bail me out. And she provided emotional support for Janae for the entirety of the time that I was in there. Once it was revealed how that might be going, my mother and I spoke, and she said she was able to bail me out. She'll do it. And thanks to the money that Sunflower had sent to them, they were able to do it. I was able to pay them back when I got out. I paid them back all the bail money, so we're good. And as a matter of fact, when the bail money came back, because the case is closed now, my mother spent it on Azuli and Janae. All right, can you hear me now? The call just ended. Can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me now. Are we good? We back? All right, bet. So it's revealed to me by Sunflower that, the messages that was being sent to her. And Sunflower, I have to speak up. She was the one who convinced Janae and my mother to, well, she's the one to have Janae stay with her so that Janae can start to connect with me, and so that I can be my child's life. So Sunflower's been fighting for me to be in Azuli's life this entire time. You know, be like the entire time. She's been sending the actual money. She's been giving the emotional support. She's been convincing them to say, hey, like, let Solar be in his daughter's life. Like, and make it easier on you as well to do that. Connect with his side of the family, get closer. You know what I mean? It'll make things easier. And yeah, you're just being negative now. You're just being negative now. Janae has, you know what? Let's not slander, right? Anyway, so I don't know how Sunflower supporting my family, supporting my daughter, supporting Azuli and Janae financially, emotionally, is a bad thing in any capacity. I don't see how that's a negative thing in any capacity. So we just have different views or different values if you see that as a negative thing. I am so happy that that happened. I had to go on do not disturb. All right, let me know. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. I had to go on do not disturb mode. Okay. Yeah, so some of y'all just want to be negative no matter what. That's cool. Has belittled Danae saying that Danae doesn't have her own home. Yeah, but it's true. That's not belittling. That's true. How is it how is telling the truth belittling? That's not belittling. Janae hasn't had her own place. Janae hasn't had anything of her own. She hasn't. I'm not the same. I've had my own houses that I've invited them to. I've had my own spaces. I've had my own. I've done everything on my own. They didn't give me anything. I did everything on my own. I gave everything I had for them. So we're not in the same boat when it comes to that. That's not wrong. That's true. And that's not belittling. That's true. Why are you coming at a woman who has her own everything and has shared it with you? Why would you go at why would somebody who's been supported and taken care of by somebody go on and start talking down on that person? It makes no sense. Just because, and this is the reason why. We're going to get into the reason why. You guys are going to see why this all popped off in a negative way. It was all beautiful. Everybody's been cool. Sunflower and Janae have been friends. Sunflower's always been my friend. Sunflower's always been close with me. Me and her have been talking for years. We've always been close. We've always been cool. Janae and Sunflower became cool. I Sunflower first, before Janae did. Okay? She's supporting them. I get bailed out. I'm going home, right? I have nowhere to go. I have to walk the streets. When you get this is how it is when you get out of jail. If y'all don't know, this is what it's like when you get out of jail. When you get out of jail, you don't have anything. You don't have anything. You have what you got locked up with, right? And they took most of everything I had. They took my $15,000 studio. They took all my cards. They took all my IDs. I had nothing. I didn't have any passport. I had the same sweats and the same J's that I went in there with, and that's what I left with. Luckily, I brought a long sleeve shirt because it was raining when I got released. I walked to my cousin's house. I had to walk to my cousin's house. It was just a studio room. No bathrooms, no bedrooms, just one room. And my cousin let me stay with him for almost 6-7 months while the case was being resolved. And granted, I could have went anywhere. I could have been in Puerto Rico. I could have been in Florida. I could have been anywhere when I got released. So I'd have a place to stay. And then I could still work with my case. I could have been anywhere. But I had nothing. I was back to zero. I went from my penthouse in Mexico to zero, to nothing, because of my actions, I decided to do what I did. And so, little to my knowledge, I'm fighting to go be with my mother and stay with my mother while I'm still in jail. We talking about it. And they're saying they don't want me to go there because they don't want there to be drama. They don't want there to be fighting and arguing in the space. They want to keep the space peaceful. I'm like, well, we're going to be okay. We won't be fighting or arguing. I want to be there with my daughter. Like, give me the chance to be there with my daughter. Give me a chance to be there with Janae and be there with my daughter and rebuild things. And me and Janae were rebuilding. We were rebuilding things. And afterwards, during these 6-7 months I'm staying with my cousin, me and Janae have gotten back together. We went live together. We went to my sister's wedding. She met all my family. She met my dad. My daughter was able to meet her grandfather. My daughter was able to meet her cousins and, hang out with the family. And it's been beautiful. Like, it was a beautiful 6-7 months. I thought me and Janae really had something. I thought we really, see, you're slandering. She's not a catfish. I'm telling you she's not a catfish. I'm with her. But you can say it as much as you want because you don't care about the truth. But the truth is she's not a catfish. There it is. She's not a catfish. You're going to keep saying it, though, because you like to slander people. You like to put negative perspectives on people. You don't like to deal with the truth. When given the truth, you still don't want it. That's on you. I don't even know why you're here. You should go do something better with your life, to be honest, because this is my life. You have no parts in it. No parts in it. Anyway. So Me and Janae are rebuilding, we're reconnecting. I get out. Before I get out, they let me know I got a check sitting at the house for $15,000. I'm like, cool, bet. I know what it's from. All right, bet. All right, so now all of a sudden, they want to support me and they want to be there for me and bail me out once they tell me I got a check for $15,000. I don't want to make it about the money. I don't want to be like, oh, well, they switching up because they can get a piece of the bread now. They can get a little extra money now. I didn't want to make it about that, so I just kind of let that go, and I understand it. Like, yeah, bro, he got some bread. Like, we could all use some of that. I get it. I get it. And I wanted to use that to help everybody. And I did use it to help everybody. I wish I would have saved it all and invested it in me because then we'd all have more. But I gave it. And me and Janae, we've reconciled. We came back together. We had a great time. Spent all kind of money on her and Azuli and them and trips here and there. We went to the Free Soul concert together, met Lava and Free Soul in San Diego. We went to LA, filmed some music videos with Aura the Prophet we're gonna be dropping later. Make some really good content. You know, um, we had so much fun. We did so many fun things. Me and Janae. We reconnected many times. We reconnected completely many times. And I really felt like me and her, this is the woman I want to marry. This is the woman I want to be with. I want to lock in my family. I want to marry Janae, and I want to have my daughter in my life forever. I want to raise my daughter. I want to be there with them forever. I'm cool with that. I even was considering, even though I'm polygamous, I was even considering, bro, I'll be monogamous to be with my daughter. I will be monogamous to be with my daughter and to be with Janae, like, just because I can't be with Velvet, I can't have that side. Let me salvage what opportunities I have to be a father in my children's life. If it's not going to be able to happen for my son, it can still happen with my daughter. So me and Janae, we're rebuilding. She breaks up with me here and there, because she doesn't think that I really like her, or whatever she goes through. It's just different stuff that I always had to dispel and get rid of and reassure her that how much I love her, how much I care for her, and we always got back together. All the way up until the point of New Year's. You know, they told me eventually that Sunflower is the one who sent my bail money. And they said Sunflower's been a friend. We love Sunflower. We all love Sunflower. And me and Janae get to the one point where we stopped talking for about 1 month. Janae told me that we had broke up at a certain point because we were having issues communicating. She wasn't listening to me. I felt very unheard by her, and she said the same thing. She feels like I don't listen to her. And so we broke up for a little bit. We spent some time away. It was about a month. And we began to speak again. And when before the month break, she was telling me that she's in love with somebody else. Janae is telling me that she doesn't want to hurt my feelings. She doesn't want to hurt me. She wants me to be in my daughter's life. And we can be cordial. We can be cool. And I'm like, bet, that's cool with me. Like, that's fine. And she began to tell me she's in love with somebody else. That really messed with me. That really hurt me a lot. So I'm like, how do you just move on and say you're in love with somebody else, and then just completely drop me and then treat me like a robot? Like, it just got so robotic with how she was talking to me. It just really hurt me because of how much we had and how much we built and how close we were, and how divine I felt like our connection was, how aligned, all the possibilities we could have had. I'm like, wow, like, you just gonna throw that away for some new guy that you're all of a sudden you fallen in love with, hasn't gone through anything that we've gone through together. All of a sudden you're in love with a new man. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm being forced to deal with this. And so for about a month, we stopped talking. And I'm just like, okay, she's in love with somebody else. Why would I want to be with somebody who doesn't love me? She told me herself she does not love me. Why would I want to be with somebody who does not love me, who does not want to build a family with me, who does not want to live with me, does not want to be with me. Why would I continue to pursue that person? Well, the reason why is because of my daughter. That's why I would continue to pursue her, and that's why I continue to try to get her to love me again. I tried to fix things. I tried to be poetic. I tried to be sweet, have all the best conversations, be very listening, understanding. I changed for Janae. I changed, man. I grew. I changed. And she just continued to tell me, like, well, hey, I told you I don't want to hurt your feelings. I'm in love with someone else. Okay. So I have to listen to her telling me that she's in love with somebody else. I have to imagine my daughter being raised in a house with Janae and some other guy I don't know that she's now in love with. Janae's talking about, man, you and the next guy I get with, y'all could be friends. I'm like, get out of my face with that. like I get it, but come on, man. I ain't trying to hear that right now. I'm trying to get you back, man. I'm trying to get our relationship back. I'm trying to rebuild. We can do this. I believe in this. I'm not gonna quit on us. We got this. I love you. Let's do it for our family. Let's give our daughter both of her biological parents. Let's not do generational curses. Let's let our daughter be raised with both of us. No, I'm in love with somebody else. I want to be with somebody else. I don't want to be with you. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Got to a point to where I stopped trying. We took a month break. I did not talk to her for a month. And this month seemed like a year. Um, After me and her staying up all night watching animes together on the phone, going to sleep on the phone every single night together, me and Jeanette, Well, I don't watch an episode until she's there to watch it with me. We making ramen together on the both sides, just showing each other what we're cooking, what we're making. You guys saw us dress up. We went and saw the Demon Slayer thing together. We had it good, man. We were doing good. I thought, until she fell in love with somebody else. And so she's telling me, just move on. Just move on. Don't you think that somebody else out there loves you? Why don't you go be with somebody who loves you? Why don't you go be with somebody who wants to be with you? You think that I'm it? You don't think that there's another woman for you? I know there's another woman for you. There's gotta be. I'm not the woman for you. And this is what she's telling me. A month goes by. I don't talk to her. And I hit her up for New Year's because I had some money and I had some gifts. I was struggling. I'm not gonna lie. After jail, it was a big struggle. Before that, I was doing decently. After jail, it was a big struggle to have anything. So I wasn't able to send or do much during that time. I was constantly trying to send her gift cards and diapers to the house, and I bought them groceries many of times. I sent groceries to the house plenty of times. But I wanted to keep doing more and more and more. And I got to a point to where it was getting very difficult to do that. I couldn't even pay my own bills. I couldn't even pay for the phone bill anymore. I couldn't pay for my internet, which I needed for school. That was a very big struggle. And shout out to my angel investors out there who helped me get through those tough times, who sent me the money to take care of my bills. Thank you for that, because that was a very hard time I went through. And then for Janae to be saying she's in love with somebody else at the same time, I'm struggling with money, man. Like, it was hard. Like, it's hard out here, like, especially as a man, because there's no sympathy for men. It's like, just get it. You just got to get it. I can't get no jobs. I'm applying for jobs left and right. I'm a felon now. I can't get no jobs. My cousin can't even get me a job at his spot. He's a manager there. He still can't get me the job. So it got hard, man. And I hit her up on New Year's because I had some Christmas gifts that I received, and I sent, I wanted to give them my gifts. All the gifts that I got, I wanted to give to them, so I can give something, so I can do something for my daughter, for Janae. And so I call her, we reconnect, and it's good, and it's good. And she's like, it's very brave of you to reconnect with me. It's very brave of you to keep trying. And come to find out, it didn't work out with this guy that she was in love with. This guy that she was in love with, that she was curving me for, apparently it didn't work out. And during that month of us not talking, I thought she was talking to this other guy. She's getting it in with this guy. I think she's moving in with it. I think she's doing all this different stuff. Come to find out, I guess it didn't work out. And she let me know that, she's been going through it emotionally. She's going through a hard time emotionally. I had no idea. I thought she was happy. I thought she was living it up with this new guy she's in love with. And I guess the whole time she said she was going through, a lot of emotional things. And I'm like, I didn't know that. Like, I didn't know that. If I would have knew that, I would have talked to you sooner. But, you told me to move on. So in this time of me moving on, me coming to terms during this month, coming to terms like, you know what, let me be there. Let me connect with the ones who love me. Let me connect with them. And I have multiple women, multiple wives, and prospects, potential wives, because I'm polygamous. And one of these women that I'm courting. We were never even dating. We're just courting. We're just talking. Was Sunflower during this month, because I was like, dang, this woman's been there for me always. Before jail, during jail, after jail, she's been there for me. I wanted to do certain things. I had certain moves to make, and I didn't have much to work with. She sent me hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars so that I can take advantage of these new opportunities to make money and get new jobs and put the family in position. She seen my vision. She supported me. She seen me trying to do what I could do for my daughter. Sunflower sent me hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I'm like, man, this is crazy. I'm like, I'm gonna pay you back. She's like, please don't pay me back. I just want you to be safe and protected so that you could be a father for your daughter. And I'm like, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy. It's like a man's dream. It's like every man's dream, a woman like that. She said she loved me. She said she see me for who I am. And we're courting. We're gonna be courting each other. And day one, when we made that decision, she's like, well, hey, I've been really close to Janae lately. I've been speaking with Janae a lot lately, and we're sisters. We're really close. So, and I know you're a polygamous male, so maybe it would be best if I told Janae that we're talking, or we're considering courting right now. And I told her, I said, nah. I told Sunflower, so I'll take the blame for this. I'll take accountability for this part right here for sure. I told Sunflower, I said, no, don't tell Janae anything. Janae has moved on. Janae's in another relationship. When she broke up with me, decided to be in love with somebody else and decided to be in a relationship with somebody else, she lost all the rights to even know what my love life is like, to know who I'm dating and know what I'm talking to. That's not her business no more. And on top of that, I already know the moment she finds out that me and you are talking, she's gonna try to sabotage the situation. Because I know Janae. I already know that the moment she finds out that I actually moved on, she's gonna try to sabotage the situation. Especially because it's you, Sunflower. You shine bright. And I told her, I said, don't do it. I don't want Janae stressed right now. Janae is going through a transition. Her and my mother came to an agreement that Janae had to leave. Janae wasn't doing enough. Janae had to leave. I'm not going to give out the full report, but Janae had to leave. She was no longer allowed to stay there anymore. And this is after me going to Disneyland with my daughter. Long story short, my mother made it very clear to me from what she seen about Janae that is not the type of woman that she wants me to be with, or that I should be with. She says I deserve better. I deserve a woman way better than what Janae has been. And I agree. We spent time at Disneyland, me and my mom, and we really worked. Me and my mom were good now, but it is what it is. We have to put this stuff on the table. This is what happened. This is the truth. It is what it is. Sunflower wants to tell Janae immediately. She said, well, I want to be a good sister and I want to be a good friend. I want Janae to know that we're thinking about courting, and I want to see what she has to say about it, how she feels about it, because I care about her. I love her. I built a very good relationship with Janae, and I want to keep that. And I'm like, I understand that. You're an amazing person for that. I have the messages. Maybe, I said you're a good person for that, but you know what? I don't want Janae to be stressed out right now. I feel like her hearing that I'm dealing with somebody else, even though she said she's in love with somebody else, I feel like that might stress her out a little bit. And she's in the middle of transitioning to moving somewhere else with my daughter. I don't want her to be stressed. Let's not bring up relationship stuff with Janae. Let's not even inbox her. Let's not even talk to her. I'm done with Janae. I'm trying to get Janae out of my life. I'm trying to get her out of my head. I'm trying to get her out of my heart because I love her so much. I kept trying to be back with her, and be with my daughter. And Janae does these things and says these things to me to where like she doesn't love me, yo. She doesn't. She likes the idea of me and like what I could be, but she doesn't love who I am. She doesn't love who I am. You know what I mean? There's a difference, when somebody likes you for what you could be to them, or they'll like you if you can be just this way or just that way, but they can't accept you for who you authentically are completely. Like that's not love. She wanted to change me all the time, and for the better, I can humor that, but trying to make me into someone that I'm not, I can't get with that. So, I came to terms that this is not the woman I want to be with. And so I decided to move forward. And I told Sunflower, now let's just let it go. So me and Sunflower were courting for a while. New Year's comes up. I talked to Janae. Me and Janae start reconnecting. She let me know that she hasn't been having a good time. She let me know it didn't work out with this guy, whoever it was. And we start speaking on a level to where we might get back together. We probably gonna get back together. And I'm like, yes, you know what? Me and Janae are on good terms. She's smiling, she's blushing, she's crying because she hears that how well I'm doing. I started putting myself in position. I started to do well. I started from that very low position I was in. I started to rise. I started to climb again. And I'm sharing all these beautiful things with her, and she's crying because like, I'm so happy for you. I'm so glad you're doing well. And I'm like, this is genuine. Me and Janae were reconnecting. This is beautiful. Like, I didn't want to be with her no more, but you know what? Now I want to be with her again because we're reconnecting. And I'm like, well, I got to be an honest man. I can't sit here and rebuild with Janae knowing that I'm talking with somebody else on a new level. I moved on. I moved on from Janae. So I told her, I said, hey, look, I'm glad we've reconnected. I'm glad we had these great conversations, but I need you to know something. I have moved on like you asked me to. I found somebody else who loves me for who I am, who's always loved me for who I was, and who supports me, who treats me well, sees the vision, everything. And that person is Sunflower. And Janae was like, that's fine. That's cool. Like, yeah, I know she always liked you. I knew she always loved you. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. All right, cool. Oh, that went better than I thought. Cool. No problems. All right, bet. Yeah. So, yeah, me and Sunflower are talking, this and that. And then I started to see her dwelling on it, thinking about it. Then she started going into, well, good luck with her. Have fun being with her. So we were just rebuilding, reconnecting, like we were going to get back together and be cool. And then all of a sudden she's like, now she's curving me. Now she's starting to change things again. Now she's starting to get cut off and cold again. And I can understand. I'm moving on from you like you asked me to. Number one, you broke up with me. I fought for our relationship. I always fought for our relationship. I never broke up with Janae. I always fought. Even though I didn't always like what we were going through, I always fought to make it work. She breaks up with me, falls in love with another man, tells me to move on. She's in love with another man. Me and her will never be together. I proceed to move on. It doesn't work with her guy. We reconcile. I let her know I moved on, and all of a sudden, it's a problem. So I'm not allowed to move on. I'm not allowed to love who I love because you know her. I knew her before you knew her. I was connected with Sunflower before you even heard of a sunflower. So now I'm the problem. Now Sunflower's a problem. When we've done nothing but love and support Janae, she's backstabbed and betrayed. How? I didn't know that when I was released from jail, that Sunflower was the one convincing them to bail me out. Sunflower was the one convincing Janae to be with my mother so that she can be closer to the family and she can get the support that she needs, get the help that she needs so she doesn't do this alone because she doesn't have to. to allow me to be back in life. Sunflower's promoting to have Janae allow me to get back in their life so I can be a father to my children. She's sending money. She's sending a ton of money consistently to Janae and me. I didn't know that upon my release, I didn't have to go struggle. I didn't have to go struggle with my cousin. We didn't have to go sit in the studio apartment struggling. We didn't have to do that. She had an apartment waiting for me. She had a place for me to, Sunflower had set up a place for me to live. I could have been living somewhere this whole time, rebuilding without struggling. Me and my cousin struggling how we were struggling. I could have literally, she had a place for me to live. I just now found this out. It's in the messages too. Janae never told me this. They never told me that Sunflower was reaching out and offering a place for me to live and to stay. The entire time. I had no idea. Because Sunflower was so cordial that she only spoke with Janae. Me and Sunflower didn't speak that much, ever. Janae didn't tell me this for some reason. Janae didn't tell me how Sunflower felt about me. Janae didn't tell me about all the conversations that her and Sunflower had, about all the work that Sunflower did to have me be in my daughter's life. So, when it comes to betrayal and backstabbing, I'm not going to say Janae did that, but there was a lot of information withheld from me that could have helped. That really could have helped me. But I didn't get it. See, now, Janae was on the side of keep him in jail. Janae was telling Sunflower, don't talk to me because I'm only going to end up hurting her. I don't care what you guys think about me. I'm an unconditionally loving person. I'm a good man. I don't care what you think about me. I know me. I'm a good man. She's telling this woman, be careful, because I'm just going to hurt her. I don't even like shy girls. I love shy girls. I prefer a shy girl over a flashy woman any day. Are you kidding me? I prefer a shy girl any day. That is my type. She's telling Sunflower, oh, you're not even his type. Don't even try to talk to him. And plus, if you do talk to him and you do get with him, he's just going to end up hurting you anyway. Yeah, don't talk to him. And this is before she has any notion that me and Sunflower are talking or we get together, because me and her started talking months and months and months and months after those conversations. I'm so glad Sunflower knows me herself so she don't have to listen to that BS. Meanwhile, Janae's telling her don't get with me to protect her. Me and Janae are getting back together regularly. Me and Janae are getting together while she's saying this. Me and Janae are getting together. Like that. Yeah, like that. But she's telling Sunflower to stay away from me while we getting together. A little fishy to me. I'm not being made aware how much support Sunflower actually was providing the entire time. So now we come to current days, current times. Me and Janae are good. After New Year's. Next day, we're probably good still. But on about day 3, out of nowhere, she just blocks me. Blocks me from everything. And proceeds to go online saying that me and Sunflower are betrayers and backstabbers. The woman that did the work and did everything to get me out of jail versus the woman who said, let him stay there while I feed off of his family. The woman who sent hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars versus the woman who siphoned my pockets to buy costumes and makeup. I don't know. From my shoes, from where I'm standing, I like Sunflower. I like Sunflower a lot. Yes, sir. Yes, I does. I like Sunflower a lot. She does a lot. Her action says a lot. I like me some Saw. Janae, love another man, breakup after breakup, drama on drama, asking for more and more and more. I don't know. I don't know about this one. She don't like me for who I am. She don't love me. She don't want to be with me. She don't want to build me. I like me some Sunflower. I really don't even want to compare them because they're not comparable. Kitties, don't do that over here. Y'all doing all that fighting. Y'all better be cool. I'm doing a live. I don't need y'all fighting in my live. Two cats. They both live here. They're not like stray cats or nothing, but it's funny that they're fighting. Cat fights. So this isn't about me. This is about Janae not liking Sunflower. This is about Janae saying Sunflower betrayed her when the fact of the matter is Sunflower wanted to talk to Janae first. I told her not to. Sunflower is being a good woman to her man. Whether I was right or wrong, she said, you know what? Okay, I respect your wishes. I won't say anything to Janae. You need a new lighter. You guys hear these cats? Hold on. I'll go get another lighter. Y'all wait right here. All right, bet. Got a little surprise for you. Y'all so in my business, so in my drama anyway. Like, I don't care. Like, you guys can see who I'm with, see what we doing, see what we building. Y'all gonna see what I'm doing, who I'm building with, what we about to get into. But we're doing good. Like, we're doing good. We're getting the money up. We're getting the money together. We're getting life together. We're winning in life. We're doing some crazy things to where we're winning. My side, I'm winning. I'm winning. I got me Sunflower. I got a woman that allows me to be polygamous. I got a woman that is pro-poly and understands I'm pro-poly. I got a woman with who has her own, who doesn't need me, but wants me. I got a woman who doesn't want to change me, but accepts me for who I am, good, bad, and ugly. I came up. You see, y'all can hate all you want. I'm winning. I am winning. Winning. Yeah, nah. I got some. You see, you're a hater, but the fact is, you're here. So it's all good to me. You love something about me. You don't have to like my music. You don't even have to like me. But for some reason, you're just here. That's cool. I like Sunflower. Oh, you feel me, King? You feel me? Hey, what's up? Hey, 2SSMG. 2SSMG in the building. Hey, tell Cardiac I said what's good. Hey, please send me some of that music, bro. He's the best artist I ever came across, like ever, bro. And you are the best producer. You the reason why I make music today. Shout out to Keems, 88 Keems. Bro, shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you, Kimon. You really looked out for me, bro. When I needed it. As I transitioned into this wellness, bro, you saved me, bro. You really did. Thank you, Kimon. I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for the people in my life. I'm not so high and mighty to sit here and act like I'm some rich, wealthy dude who's had always had it put together. I got out of a cult. I made a lot of mistakes. You know, I didn't I didn't treat my partners the best way I could have treated them. You know, I went online and I created a lot of drama I didn't need to create. I was going back and forth. I was being catty online. Now we just speaking truth. Now we just gonna let it be what it is. I'm talking about this today so we can just get it. Because the reality is nobody stabbed Janae in the back. Janae got what she asked for. She wanted me to leave her alone. She wanted to be single. She wanted to move on in her new relationship with this new man that she's so in love with. She wanted me to go find a woman that loves me. She wanted me to go be with somebody who loves me for who I am. And that's what I did. And now that I've done that, it's a problem. It's not even a random woman. It's a woman who's been supporting me. It's a woman who's been supporting the family. It's a woman who supports Janae. It's a woman who wants the best for Janae. Me and Sunflower talk all the time. It's like, should we engage? Should we not engage? No, we don't want to stress them out. Like, we love them. Why can't Janae see that we love and support her? And now because we're together, we're backstabbing betrayers. This is based in zero logic. It's based in Janae's feelings. It's based in her losing control. It's based in some stuff that is not my problem and it's not Sunflower's problem, but she's trying to make it our problem, but it's not. It's not gonna work because it's just a girl online crying wolf. This is a girl online. I've been betrayed and backstabbed. Support me. Come on, man. We better than that. And what do we look like getting online talking about our family? What do you really look like getting online bashing the man that you sleep with? Bashing the man that you have a child with? Bashing the man that has been doing nothing but supporting and loving you and taking care of you? You haven't done anything for me. You got me. You helped me when I got out. You sent me a phone. That was major. You sent me a phone. Janae, she sent me when I got out. She sent me a phone so that I can stay in contact with them, so that I can get that 15K deposited and sent and distributed amongst everybody. But she sent me a phone. She did it. Shout out to Janae for sending me the phone. That was big. I needed that. I needed that. Thank you, Janae. I needed that phone. That really helped. You know, she cut my phone line because I couldn't pay it like after like a couple months. I was really struggling with money. I was barely able to pay my bills because I'm a full-time student. I need Wi-Fi. My cousin didn't have Wi-Fi, so I set up the Wi-Fi. I was paying the Wi-Fi. I couldn't even afford that after a little bit. It was a struggle. I was barely making the Wi-Fi bills, so I couldn't pay the phone bills anymore. And yeah, I did. I was slacking, man. It was hard. It was hard, man. It was a hard time. It was only for a couple months, but Janae ended up cutting the phone line. I had no phone. I was going off of Wi-Fi for like 2, 3 months. I was just doing everything off of Wi-Fi, just focusing on school, keeping my head down, staying offline, trying to get my life together. Case was closed. I found out my homie, who I thought was my brother, snitched on me. Got the paperwork, threw me all the way under the bus. Man. But I pushed through it all. I stay emotionally stable. I stay cool. So now, like, I try to get a job, right? I'm a felon now. I can't get a job that easy. And the type of jobs that I could work and I would work, they're not sufficient enough to take care of anything. I'm better off continuing to be the entrepreneur that I am because I make more money as an entrepreneur than I would as working at a job. So I'm making more money now than I would make working at a job. So I get it. Like I'm like, bro, work a job, get a job. And so I applied. I was applying regularly. Regularly. I've never been turned down so many times for a job than I have now just because I have a felony on my record now. And it's fresh too. That keeps it every time I get rejected, they send me the background check and they let me know why. This is why. Like, damn. No, you're not wrong on that. It's always someone else's fault. No, you gotta understand that everybody is at fault. It's not that it's always someone else's fault. It's that you take accountability for what was you, and you let people take accountability for what was them. Okay, so in this scenario, I take accountability for not always being able to support. I have not always been able to provide. I have not been able to be a consistent money provider. I take accountability for that. I take accountability for telling Sunflower, who's being a great sister, being a great friend, to not tell Janae when she wanted to. I take accountability for that because when I look back, I'm like, well, if she would have just told her from the beginning, maybe it would have made things better. You know what I mean? I take accountability for going to jail in the first place. I take accountability for being in this position at all. I take accountability for all of it. You know, I take accountability for not um, treating Janae better, when I had her, not treating Velvet better when I had her. I take accountability for that. I always will because I learned from that. And those things, those mistakes, and suffering the consequences for those mistakes, I didn't like it. It made me have to change and grow in alignment with myself, not become somebody different, but evolve into a better version of who I am. So I take accountability for those things, man. I take accountability for my past, for joining the cult and how I did that. I could have changed the world doing something else. I take accountability, for trying to make quick money when I could have just focused on my business and just built my business and just had faith. You know, I would have been better off having faith and just taking that time to build me, build my businesses. You know what I mean? Like I make money in ways you guys don't need to know. There's certain businesses that you don't need to know about that I have, and then what I do offer to you guys is like things where it comes to like knowledge, where I do want you to feed off of my services directly, like with astrology or tarot readings or anything like that, where I help people with their families and I consult other people. I've put together families. Literally, I've put together families that were in turmoil through my services. So, I get paid for what I get paid for, but I have wanted to work a job and now I take accountability for that being so difficult. But I got so many better things in the works, and now I thank the Most High. Why is this? I see why it's all happening now, because now I'm put in a position to literally be a millionaire, literally be a multi-millionaire by maybe the end of this year, next or early next year, with the type of things that I have going on right now. You'll see those things unravel, and I'd love to share every step of my journey with these things with you guys. I'm doing better than I've ever done in my life, ever, today, now where I'm at. I take accountability for that. But people got to take accountability for their own stuff too. Janae got to take accountability for her emotional intelligence. Got to take accountability for how you feel me, billionaire gang. Thanks for the correction, G. Janae got to take accountability for her stuff. She got to take her accountability for causing drama over relationships. She moved on and went with another guy. I didn't get online talking about it, freaking out about it. I didn't do that. I get in a relationship. She gets online freaking out about it, trying to destroy it. She's going behind the scenes talking to the actual person to tell them to not be with me, like before they even be with me, like we're with me. Like, come on, man, we're not doing that. I'm not playing those games. She got to take accountability for that. She got to take accountability for making things difficult because we could be living a good life. We could be doing a lot of things very well together. We could be building in purpose. We could be building an empire together. But she would rather be at odds. That makes things difficult. That makes things hard. I'm not making it hard for anybody. She's making it hard for herself. She can reach out to my father. She can reach out to my mother. She's reached out to my sister. She can reach out to my cousins. She has endless support. Janae has endless support. She is my daughter. You know what comes with having my daughter? She has all the support in the world. She makes it hard on herself because of her pride and her ego. That's for her to deal with, man. That's not my journey. That's her journey. Okay? I move on and get with somebody else, and it rubs her the wrong way. It's not my problem. That's not Sunflower's problem. That's Janae's problem. She got to deal with that. She asked for this. I'll try to make it work with her. She didn't want to work it out. She wanted to go fall in love with somebody else. She did that. She left me. She rejected me. Asked me to move on. I moved on. I take accountability for what I take accountability for what I've done. Enough. I'm not about to take accountability for other people's stuff. I'm not about to take accountability for her emotional immaturity. Sunflower, what does she have to take accountability for? She has every right as a woman to sit there and defend herself. She has every right as a woman to stand on her accolades, to stand on what she's done. And now you got Solar's Angels. Shout out to you, Roxy. And the women that are with me and the people that are with me, they know me. So good luck trying to get to them. Like, you can do all you want to try to get to them. I deal with amazing people, amazing souls, because that's what I am. I deal with people who walk in their path and their purpose. I deal with people who want to give back to the community. I deal with artists. I deal with people who are trying to get out of the 9 to 5. You guys want me to go into the 9 to 5. I'm dealing with people who want to get out of the 9 to 5 and build their own businesses and upgrade to the next echelon. I like the people that aren't talking about get a job. I like the people who are talking about how can I get out of my job and move on to the next level? What do I got to do? How can I elevate myself emotionally, spiritually, physically? Those are the people who I deal with. I'm talking to, I got, man, I got a Vogue model that want to be one of my wives right now. I have an R&B artist, singer, beautiful woman, amazing woman I'm courting right now. And guess what? We don't play no games over here. They all able to talk to each other. They all know what time it is. We on the same page. We doing things righteously now. So instead of me choosing and pursuing a woman who doesn't love me, a woman who's only monogamous when it comes to me, a woman who has wanted me to sit in jail, who didn't want to support me, who kept support from me, but always took money from me, always took from me and more and more and more from me, but never gave anything to me. Now that I'm moving on from that person, so glad I did. Now I'm able to be just me and get what comes with being authentic. The most beautiful women I've ever came across is coming with that. The most talented women. Got another woman that I'm courting. She's a conscious chef. She cooks healthy food. We're gonna build her business up, get her a house, get her right with her credit and taxes. Got this R&B singer, amazing woman. She's no limit to an artist. Beautiful woman. I want to do the same thing with her. I want to get her a house. I want to get her credit, take all the stuff I wanted to do for Janae and Velvet. I'm just going to do for the women that want to be with me. I'm just going to do it for the women that see me for who I am. Simple. Simple. The women who choose to be with me and choose to be with me authentically, like, and it's honest and it's real, they're going to get the best of me. Janae and Velvet, they're going to get the overflow. They're going to get what flows over the cup. The cup going to fill up. It's going to overflow. They're going to get that. They're going to have that. But don't you for a second think that I'm going to be struggling forever. No. Those are just small little seasons that make me better, make me stronger, make me work out. I went to jail and got buff. I went to jail and got fit. I went to jail and seen who I was. I was teaching classes in there every day. People coming who ain't even supposed to be there from other gangs and other cars. They ain't even supposed to be talking to me, coming over talking to me, getting counseling on the murders that they did, on the murders their kids did, how they can change their life, how they can be better. They know they do in life. I could show you a folder that has letters, so many letters and notes. All the inmates wrote me when I left because they're like, bro, you don't need to be in jail, bro. You need to be saving the world right now with who you are. How you helped us and how you changed things in here, bro. Don't you ever stop. And don't you ever come back to jail, bro. We gonna beat your ass if you come back to jail because you got so much to offer the world, bro. We love you. Talk to my mom for me, man. Check on my kids for me, bro. Thank you. Love you. That's what I got in those dark situations. I go through the worst of the worst of the worst, and I say the Most High got me. And I get dropped off from toxic situations where people want to siphon my energy into environments where people are amplifying my energy. I'm winning. I don't care what you think, and I don't care what you have to say. I'm winning. Janae and Velvet, they will get the overflow of my wins, but they will never be without. They will never be without. If those women are ever in trouble, if those women ever need anything from me, they can get it. They can have it from me. I'll never push them to the side. However, I did what was requested of me. I moved on. I'm now with beautiful women who love me for who I am. Solar's Angels, they said it in here. My child needs me, and I'm always going to be there for my children. Always. I just learned that I don't need to be in a relationship with their mothers to be there for my children. I had to get that through my head. I had to get it through my head that you don't need to sacrifice your well-being to still be there for your children. You can be there. Matter of fact, you're going to show up for your children better if you let the relationships go. It's tough, man. It's tough out here, man. And I hope that I know it's other men going through my situation and worse. I'm really doing good. Like, I'm really blessed. I'm really honored to be in the situation I'm in because there's men out there who's got it way worse than me in this very similar situations. They don't have them a sunflower. What I mean? They don't have a Roxy. They don't have the angels that I have. And I'm grateful that I have them. I love y'all so much, and I thank you so much. So yeah, I take account. So I take it. Yeah, see, you just gonna complain. There's certain people in here, they gonna complain no matter what. You see, you're not telling me who I am. You're telling me who you are. You're telling me that you're a negative, pessimistic person, and that's fine. That's why you live the life that you probably live. And chances are, I'm outliving you. I mean, you're watching my life. You're watching my life anyway. You can leave anytime, but you're still here, trying to bring me down to bring yourself up. I've seen that behavior before. You don't need to bring Sunflower down to bring yourself up. You don't need to bring me down to bring yourself up. Go be great. Go do great things. Go be amazing. Go be beautiful. I don't want to be with a woman that's a thirst trap. I don't want to be with a woman who just wants a Birkin bag or just wants Chanel. I want a woman who's interested in building community, who's interested in walking in their purpose, who's interested in elevating mind, body, and soul. I want a woman who's healing, who's going to nurture me, who's going to take what I give them and make more of it. I want women that want real estate. I want women that want to get their credit right, that want to learn how to do their taxes right. I want women who are interested in investing in the market. Yeah. You want me to get a job. Ain't no millionaire became a millionaire from working a job. See, I don't want my kids to just be okay. I want my kids to have everything. I want my kids to have it all. I may have had nothing, but I'm gonna have it all. I may have had nothing, but I'm gonna have it all. And my kids gonna have it all. And they mamas, they lucky they my kids mamas because they gonna have it all too. Whether they want drama or not, whether they hate me or not, they gonna have it all anyway. But what we not finna do is we not finna slander Sunflower. We not finna tear down the woman that's walking with me and helping me make all my dreams come into actuality, while these other people were playing as blockages, destiny blockers, keeping blessings from me, keeping my children from me. That's what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna sit here and support them while there's women out here who support me so that I can be the father to my children, so that I can have something to give. I'm humble enough to say I haven't always had it all. I'm humble enough to say that I've made mistakes. But with that, I'm always ready to do better. I'm ready to grow 1% every day. I'm ready to win every day. I'm geared toward winning. That's me. You're you. So y'all go ahead and continue to pity party with her. Y'all go ahead, continue to gang stalk me, continue to gang stalk Sunflower, just whatever. The righteous always win. Best thing for these women to do is let me go and move on, like they wanted to do in the first place. Get what comes with that. It doesn't take much to be with me. It doesn't take much. I'm gonna give anyway. I'm gonna love anyway. I'm an unconditional lover. I don't need to change them. I just see them for who they are. Took the rose-colored glasses off. Yeah, you already know I'm winning for real, for real. You do realize you still haven't told yours. Well, my story is pretty long. I told you my perspective. My perspective had a lot of things that I didn't know that I had to find out later. My perspective was basically saying what she won't say, that this woman has done nothing but love and support, that this woman has been trying to be an outstanding sister to them, um, trying to help. And sorry, but she's gonna try to protect me. My woman's gonna try to protect me. My sunflower's gonna try to protect me. And I respect that. I appreciate that. And she will go to any means. She'll go to all means to protect me. I love that about her, man. I'll take accountability for what I did. They got to take accountability for what they're doing. It's all love over here, though. It's gonna be very hard to get back with me. And telling all these negative stories, all the horrible things about me, allows them to sit in their decisions comfortably, allows the people around them to continue to support them the way that some of y'all do, because as long as I'm a bad guy, they're winning. They feel like example, when Eligio went to jail, they got this self-righteousness like they're good. No, you still have to work on yourself. Just because he got caught up for what he did doesn't mean that you worked on yourself. Just because he got caught up for what he was doing doesn't mean that you're a good person all of a sudden. You still have work to do on yourself. You see, I left carbonation and I never stopped working on myself. I left carbonation and I decided, you know what? We was doing something right. Let me try to harness what was right about it and continue to do that. I'm going to continue to build community. I'm going to continue to connect. You kidding me? We're going to continue to win. I wanted a homie to come over here in the camera real quick just to say what's up, make a little cameo, blow your minds real quick, but I guess we'll do it later. Yeah, Medea, you're the one who's stalking. See, Medea, you have no position in my life, but you choose to insert yourself in it. And you guys are dropping her address. You guys are messing with her. Like, sorry, not buying it. Take the pity party to Janae's life. Take the pity party somewhere else because we're not doing that over here. We don't want no pity party over here. We don't need it. We're winning. We live in truth and righteousness over here. We're evolving. We take accountability over here. So with that being said, you know what I mean? Y'all hold it down, but keep it up. Like, share, subscribe, share this with whoever you want to share it with, post it wherever you want to post it, tear it apart, pick it apart, make it what you want it to be. You know what I mean? I always love these women. I still love these women. When I say I love you, I mean it. I love Janae and I love Velvet to this day. I love my son, Mage. I love my daughter, Azuli. And I'm going to continue to win and do the best I can for you. And I'm going to continue to win and do the best I can for Janae and Velvet as well. Not so that I can shit on them, not so that I can be something that they regretted not being with, but so that they can genuinely just always be okay if anything goes wrong. This is my family, and I love my family very much. The drama, I don't like the drama. I don't like it. And if you're gonna tell stories, tell the whole story. Don't just tell part of it. Okay? Tell them how you treated me when I was in jail. Tell them how the people that you're saying betrayed and backstabbing you was actually has always and still does support and love you no matter what. Because nobody ever betrayed you, baby girl. Somebody chose me when you denied me. That's all we dealing with here. I got picked up. I got chosen. Someone chose me. Someone chose me. I was choosing you. And you didn't like me. You didn't love me. You didn't want to be with me. You was in love with another man. Told me to move on. I moved on. I got chosen. I got exactly what you said I deserved. And I'm gonna win with that. I'm gonna harness that and I'm gonna cater to and I'm gonna take the best possible care of my angels. I love my angels. Love y'all very much. Thank you to everybody who supported me and who's loved me through these hard times. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, I had some big abandonment issues. My abandonment issues were so strong to where I was trying to get people who didn't love me to love me. I was trying to be with people who disrespected me on a regular just because we have a child. I was trying to be with I was yeah, nah, talk about abandonment issues, man. I was trying to get the people who didn't want to be with me or wanted nothing to do with me to have something to do with me. That was like something I had to heal. That was something I really had to work through, and all of this helped me work through it. All of it helped me work through it. All of this helped me see things clearer. It's not about like my life is about me doing better and me growing and evolving every day. That's my life. That's what your life is about. That's what your life should be about. Your life should not be about me. Your life should be about finding your purpose and aligning with your purpose and doing the best that you can for yourself, giving the best version of yourself to your friends and your family, your parents, your partner. That's what it's about. It's about healing and growing. Okay, it's not about tearing people down. It's not about breaking people down. You see, the truth sounds a lot like slander, but it's not. I'm just saying the truth. I'm just saying what is. I'm not saying I'm not saying that they're horrible people. I'm saying that they're healing and they're growing through things. And they're speaking and they're doing things from a position of being unhealed in these areas, in these arenas. Okay? That's all that this is. I'll take accountability, bro. I'll take full accountability for my unhealed natures and my moments where I was unhealed, and maybe areas where I'm still healing, and maybe areas where I'm still growing. I'm not gonna run from that. I'll accept that and I'll embrace that. That's okay to do. It's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to be evolving. It's okay to be growing. And I want them to know that. I want Janae and Velvet to know that I love you and that it's okay to grow. It's okay to evolve. It's okay to do better. Everything that I do is for you guys too. All right. You just don't have to like it. You don't have to be a part of it. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to see it. But if you ever need anything, it's going to be there for you. My family will always support you. I will always support you and I will always love you. Hey, I appreciate that, Lotus. Yeah, putting the hearts in the chat, man. Like putting all those hearts in the chat. That's beautiful. Yeah, How to Kill a Fairy, man. We're calling it that because we ain't casting spells over here. Disillusionment, no more illusions. We're getting rid of the illusions. We're getting into reality, actuality. This is what's real. I love y'all. Peace.